Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
I'm Shane.
We're back with Gravityfalls. Take back the falls. What do you remember?
Well, I remember a few things. It was a hell of an episode. The big thing was the Mystery Shack turned into this Gundam Del Toro type, the way it was operated, where they're inside and they're kind of like using their...
Pacific Rim?
Yeah, Pacific Rim, which I haven't seen, but I heard it was sweet.
I haven't seen enough of. I've seen the anime version, but I have not seen the actual movie.
Yeah, I've just seen the commercials. So I can gather that they're not controlling it from a cockpit like in Gundam. Gundam was kind of what I watched growing up. Mm-hmm. It was cool. They had the T-Rex that came back from, I think it was the first season. It unfroze from the amber. Mm-hmm. It was all the characters coming together to fight for a common cause. It had great music. Mm-hmm. The Gravityfalls, the town itself was like the end of Man of Steel in terms of everything was wiped out. You know what I mean?
Wasn't much left, no.
Yeah, and everything came together except for the end. The two brothers, man.
Yeah, Stan and Ford couldn't agree. Ford couldn't let go of how Stan fucked him over in his college years and things like that. And Stan couldn't let go of the fact that he was trying to make up for it and bringing him back. Yeah. And Ford couldn't let the other shit go. So.
Yeah, I mean, and then Bill shows up in the end. And
he beats the house, the shack.
Yeah.
Achilles heel.
So what happened to them in the shack? Was it laying on the ground all busted up?
It was all fucked up. Yeah, but they weren't the major threat.
Yeah.
So, but they got back to the to Bill's pyramid because he finds them there.
Yeah, they're holding hands around that.
Yeah, they try to do that. They try to do the Zodiac circle.
Yeah.
But Ford and Stan couldn't agree.
Yeah.
So they couldn't form the Zodiac in its completion, and Bill has a one-up on them.
Yeah, so it ended pretty much there. I imagine, I don't think Bill is going to start killing everybody, but you never know. I feel like that time for that Zodiac, is that what it's called?
It's called the Zodiac, yes.
Yeah, I feel like that time has passed. So, I guess we'll see.
What's better, you've brought every threat to my power together in one easy-to-destroy circle!
Oh no!
Ah, my hair!
Ah, my hair also!
You guys want to see what happens to your friends when you can't get along?
Hey, you give them back! You go too far, Cypher!
Yeah, we're not scared of you!
Oh, but you should be!
Oh no!
You know, this castle could really use some decoration!
It's like
Looks like it's too late for your friends,
Soviet Russia
Stanford.
propaganda.
Kids! But you can still save your family! Last chance! Tell me how to take Weirdmageddon global and I'll spare the kids!
No, don't do it!
Yeah, Bill makes bad deals!
Don't you toy with me, Shooting Star! I see everything! Ow! Not again! Why? Every time!
Nice shot, Pumpkin!
I just regenerated that eye!
Run! We'll take care of Bill! What? That's a suicide mission! Trust us! We beat him before!
And we'll beat him again!
I'm glad all that stuff is coming back.
What? No! It's too dangerous!
Not so fast! You two wait here!
Reminds me of It.
When I get my hands
It too, at least.
You've tricked me for the last time!
Oh, grappling hook.
Yeah.
The kids are gonna die and it's all my fault! Because I couldn't shake your stupid hand! Dad was right about me. I am a screw-up.
I'm the one who made a deal with Bill in the first place. I fell for all his easy flattery. You would have seen him for the scam artist he is. He used to be like Dipper and Mabel.
Are you watching close?
And they still work together. How do they do it?
Prestige.
I'm gonna play the only card we have left. Let Bill into my mind. He'll be able to take over the galaxy, and maybe even worse. But at least he might let the kids free.
What?
What would be the point?
Me? You honestly telling me there's nothing else we can do?
Bill's only weak in the mind space. If I didn't have this darn plate in my head, we could just erase him with the memory gun when he steps inside my mind.
What if he goes into my mind?
It has to be me. We need to take his deal.
Well, they switch
Really
clothes.
think he's gonna make good on that deal?
Choose a nearby wall and bash it in with brute force!
I do that to my dick, maybe.
Why? Could you support the weight system? You just fall over.
I think I'm gonna kill one of them now, just for the heck of it. Eeny, meeny, miny.
You wait! I surrender.
Good choice. You Pines twins just can't get along.
My only condition is that you let my brother and the kids go.
Fine.
No, Gurgle don't trust him!
Oh, shit. Oh, that's a cool silhouette.
Oh, I'm here. I'm finally here. You really know how to clear your...
He did switch clothes. I couldn't tell.
You couldn't tell the difference?
No, they look pretty much alike. Their voices, though.
There's two major differences.
What? The deal's off! What the? No, 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 no!
Oh yeah, you're going down, Bill. You're getting erased. Memory gun. Pretty clever, huh?
Don't you realize you're destroying your own mind too?
It's not like I was using this space for much anyway.
Let me out of here! Let me... Oh, shit! Why isn't this working?
Hey, look at me. Turn around and look at me, you one-eyed demon! You're a real wise guy, but you made one fatal mistake. You messed with my family.
No! What's happening to me? Give me a gun under one! Yeah, you broke me up! What's something else? Get away! Stanley!
Oh!
Guess I was good for something after all.
That's a hell of an image.
Smemmy lock! That fucker.
He was the worst thing out of all this mess.
Yeah, he was. He was a fucking piece of shit. Wanted to eat people all the time. Like begging for people to go in there and be eaten. Fuck that guy.
Oh, fucking Terminator!
Yep.
Her hair didn't go back though.
I guess like the trolls in Lord of the Rings from The Hobbit.
Hey there, kiddo. What's your name?
Come on, it's me. It's me, Uncle Stan. Uncle Stan, it's me.
We had to erase his mind to defeat Bill. It's all gone. Stan has no idea, but he did it. He saved the world. He saved me. You're our hero, Stanley.
It's hard. It's fucking hard.
It's a hell of a thing.
I'm sorry, Stan's gone.
I know my grunkle is in there somewhere. There's gotta be something around here that can help bring him back. Here's the first day we came to Gravity Falls, Grunkle Stan. And here's a macaroni interpretation of my emotions.
I'm sorry. I don't know what this is or who you are or... God, quit it, Waddles. I'm trying to remember my life story.
What did you say?
I said get Waddles off of me.
It's working. Keep reading.
Skip to my page. He needs to remember our boss-employee relationship.
Hey, just because I have amnesia, don't go trying to give yourself a raise, Zeus.
It's happening. Keep going.
What the shit?
Motherfucker. Bird-eating son of a bitch.
Ah, good as new.
Would you be a dear and get us the sawed-off shotgun?
What?
Fine. Whatever.
Brains and so forth.
Who is that?
That's the mayor. Mayor Gafunta.
Oh, that's kind of terrible.
His name is.
We're mad with power.
The Northwest family has gone broke after pledging his allegiance to Bill and then placing all his savings in weirdness bonds. Preston Northwest had to sell his mansion to preserve his family fortune. You're only going to have one pony now. Town hero Stanley Pines has fully recovered his memory and will be throwing a party to celebrate
Good.
his niece's And now, bodacious tea with sports.
It's called Death Ball.
I'm gonna try to be a little Gideon, regular old kid.
Ooh, dog.
I'm busting a move on this skating board.
More like busting your pants, loser.
You beat up this little kid.
I had only one wish. It would be to shrink all of you with the shrink ray and bring you home with us in my pocket. But since that's impossible, is that impossible? I'll never forget you guys. Wait. Now I'll never forget you guys.
There you go. They probably should have Men in Black the whole town. But I guess everyone's in agreement though, so you don't really need to.
Weirdmageddon has been contained, but I'm detecting some strange new anomalies near the Arctic Ocean. I want to go investigate it, but I think I might be too old to go it alone.
Are you saying you need someone to help you sail around the world in the adventure of a lifetime?
I want it to be you. Will you give me a second?
Stand of War, man.
Think we'll find treasure? I think the town's had enough mystery for one lifetime. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Okay, all right. Me and my nerdy bro over here have some catching up to do. We're gonna be away for a while. That's why I'm shutting down the Mystery Shack for good.
I don't like that at all.
You shut down your mouth for good. I'm sorry, Mr. Pineses. It's just that this shack is the most
Mr. Pineses?
Yeah.
The attractions are all fake, but dreams aren't fake. Like this mermaid. It's not just a dead fish butt sewn to a monkey carcass. It's a marvelous creature that makes us believe that anything is possible.
It's just there's no one around to run it. At least there wouldn't be if I hadn't just found the perfect replacement. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mystery Shack is under new management.
Oh, Zakk!
Mean it, Mr. Mystery?
You're Mr. Mystery now, Seuss. Try not to burn the place down.
I'll move in immediately.
That's like your mom!
Yeah.
Bonita.
It is like my mom.
There's still so much we haven't done together.
Summer's over, Candy. It's time for us to grow up.
But not too much.
Ah! I hate my dumb heart for making me feel things! Cut it out! Heart!
Thanks for wearing my goodbye sweater.
It's cold out. I had to.
What? But it's like 80-something degrees out today.
Can it, Seuss?
Hey, you mean a lot to me, man.
You too.
Something to remember me by. Oh, and this. Read it the next time you miss Gravity Falls.
Mom and Dad won't let me bring a pig home to California, so you have to stay here. Come on, come on. I have to go. I'm
Take Air Bud.
You know what? Forget it. I lived with this pig all summer. Now your parents are gonna have to.
Why, welcome aboard. You can sit in the front row, pig.
You knuckleheads were nothing but a nuisance, and I'm glad to be rid of you.
We'll miss you too, Uncle Stan.
Ready to head into the unknown?
Nope. Let's do it.
Hey, don't Bye! Bye! I'll miss you guys too! Bye!
If you've ever taken a road trip through the Pacific Northwest, you've probably seen a bumper sticker for a place called Gravityfalls.
See the gnomes flash by?
Yeah. It's not on any map. If you're curious, don't wait. Take a trip.
And the girlfriend.
Mindy.
They would be done. Lovely. Hey!
Stan Award.
Cool.
Who the fuck's Tyler?
I don't know. Let's see. I was looking up for Wendy's as I found it at the last second. Man. I love Mabel's. I love Mabel's artwork. You know.
Yeah. All right. That was Shane's reaction and my rewatch.
Mm-hmm.
Now Shane's going to tell me what he thought about it. So, what'd you think of the finale?
I loved it. It's everything that a finale. As an episode by itself, I loved it, and as a finale, I loved it. And I think they could be two separate things. I've loved finale episodes that I didn't think were the best finales for the series. And I love finales that I thought were... It's a great finale, but as an individual episode, it didn't stand well on its own. I thought it managed to do both. And so, no, it was good. It was emotional. I was more emotional. I think I felt what Alex Hirsch wanted me to feel. Like, we were saying goodbye to Gravity Falls, and we were saying goodbye to our friends. Right? So, I think he succeeded. Yeah, I mean, breaking down all the moments, like to me, I guess the first thing I want to talk about is Stan's sacrifice. I thought it was great. It was a sad, emotional moment. And I want my cartoons to be happy. I want them to have a good ending. And it doesn't take away the fact that he was willing to sacrifice himself. I think that's great.
Well,
yeah.
They were willing to do what they had to do.
Yeah.
For the betterment, especially for their, niece and nephew.
They're basically fighting this long battle that started when they were kids.
Well, I have the advantage of watching the series before you, so I can pick up on details now that you would presumably not be able to pick up on.
Yeah.
Stan's nose is different.
Okay.
He has the little fucking like pimply looking things.
Okay.
And Ford does not, but Ford has a cleft chin.
Okay.
And Stan does not.
Okay.
So there are definitely visible differences between the two because you cannot see Stanley's hair.
I think I knew that. I think I knew about Ford's chin. I think I did know that. I didn't catch it. I didn't get a good look at their faces.
Well, one thing they didn't do, those are two defining features about either of them.
Like the first one was like Infinity War and the second one was like Endgame. The first one had your kind of big action-packed stuff, and the second one, the finale, had kind of the emotional moments.
More the philosophy.
Or the philosophy of the show. Yeah.
Bill Cipher showed him as the stone statue in the woods.
Yeah.
Reminded me of the trolls in Lord of the Rings.
Well, I didn't see part 2 and 3, and I barely remember the book.
Have you read any of the books?
I read The
Hobbit.
Yeah, I read The Hobbit.
In The Hobbit, the trolls get turned to stone.
I do remember that, but I barely remember. I didn't remember until you said it. I read it in 7th grade because it's required reading.
They're in Fellowship of the Ring.
Okay, yeah, in the cave, right?
Their cave is mentioned.
Okay.
Because they go there and find some other shit.
Yeah.
The trolls are there seen as statues because they're stone.
Yeah.
They're turned to stone. So
yeah.
Reminded me of that.
The way he was going out just kind of also reminded me of Terminator 2. When the T-1000 starts freaking out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen other things like that. And yeah, it was good that Stan had the moment where he was just making him bargain. Messed with his family, and they freaking punched him. Punched this demon in the eye.
Yeah.
That was
the
great.
Idea of Stan, though, is he punches things. He doesn't think things through. He's not the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
He's the muscle, so to speak.
It was a hell of a thing for Stan to do.
It was a nice moment for him. Mm-hmm. Because he wouldn't really have a moment compared to Ford if it weren't for this.
One of my favorite things, that silhouette with the black and red.
Yeah.
That was my favorite shot in the show. And maybe not the show, but definitely in the episode.
Okay, well, I wrote down a note. Mad would love Deputy Durland and Blubs.
Yeah. You know what? I've always had a feeling, right?
But they definitely led to it.
Yeah.
It's just... I don't know. It's weird for me because Blubs is like a short, fat man.
Yeah. And
Durland is like a tall, goofy-looking motherfucker. It's like, how do these two fall in love? But it's like, for me, it's like neither of them are presumably attractive. I'm not the most attractive, whatever. They're not made to be.
In terms
of creative.
When it comes to sexual fitness, usually people go within their own personal range. So if one person's unattractive, they'll probably fall for someone else within their range.
You know what I try to go by now is what the Bible said about the Antichrist.
Oh,
he didn't like man or woman.
Yeah.
It's like that must be like the peak of like either party. So you must not just want anybody.
If you want that, yeah.
And there you go. You have to be like that asexual, like a plant. I have to be like
a
a
lamp.
plant. I have to be like a plant in a window.
Or a lamp.
Plant in a window. They're just produced by themselves.
Yeah. You know, no, I thought it was leading up to it. It was a good moment, you know, so it was cool.
It worked out. Bodacious T.
Bodacious T?
Bodacious T had his moment on the news with Hernandez.
What was his name before that?
Toby Determined.
Yeah. You know, he was a goofy character, and he was playing like that Viking game where you throw skulls at each other. I think it's called Jugger or something.
They got Death Ball.
There's like a modern day version of it that I've seen people play in the park. I can't remember. They play with like a soft looking skull thing.
They literally do.
I don't. It's not a real skull. I don't think.
It's like soccer. It's like all mankind is.
Well, I
formed a
played
game
in a park
of
one
soccer.
time. I gotta find
Or bowling. Is it bowling or soccer?
It's more like rugby. If I understand.
Really?
It's like a field thing. Yeah. You know what? We had the mayor make a surprise return as the zombie, which is a little disturbing.
Yeah.
So zombies are still. They're still in this.
Well, the idea is that there's an aftermath.
Okay.
From Weirdmageddon.
Okay. So do you remember your 13th birthday?
No. I don't remember any of my birthdays except like the one at Chuck E. Cheese when you were there.
Yeah.
And maybe my last one. That's it.
I remember a few from. I remember my senior year when I turned 18. I think my dad gave me $1 for my birthday.
Well, I can see why that would be memorable. But for me, it's like most of my birthdays, they're unmemorable.
I remember
those two moments.
Yeah, I remember my friends came, you came, and we did shit in the woods. I remember a lot of that stuff.
What birthday was that?
I can't remember. But I just know I have that memory.
Then you don't remember the birthday. You don't remember the date. You remember your 13th birthday? It's like a very specific date.
I think that one was in 8th grade. I'm pretty sure. That's the first.
What date? What year is that?
14.
Okay.
13. You know, I don't really remember it very well. I got suspended that year. Remember that?
I remember you getting suspended. Yes.
Yeah.
I were talking to you and spending time with you out here because you were alone and
it wasn't fun. So yeah, one thing they mentioned was welcome to being a teenager. You're gonna have angst and acne. You know, I had a lot of angst when I was a teenager. Mostly for mine started from preteen to about 15. Then the angst went away after I kind of reset myself, I think. But I definitely had acne.
Yeah, you took control.
But my acne
kudos to you,
started preteen too.
I don't know when I started acne.
I had pretty bad acne.
I know I had acne in like 8th, 9th grade.
You never had terrible acne.
I never had terrible acne. I had it on my back more.
I had a pizza face in 4th and 5th grade.
I didn't have it on my face as much, but my back,
yeah,
I had it a lot. And my ass. I'm like Drew Carey.
I was thinking of Denzel. You shot me in the ass. The way you said it.
No, Drew Carey said it in an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
When they're trying to come up with lines of the rhymes and shit.
Yeah.
And tell what pimples on his ass. There's a line from that. Remind me of it.
I've had one on my ass. They're
unfortunate.
I had it on my face. I had it on my chest and shoulders.
I never had it. I had it on my face some.
I actually started growing out of it when I was about a freshman. But
I grew up like a hillbilly, like
Yeah.
on like a river rat. I had acne on my face too.
Yeah.
And I was not well cared for, and I didn't give a fuck. And I don't, I give it less of a fuck now.
When I was in high school, though, I had a big one that shoved my nose every single year. It was huge. I couldn't do anything about it. But when I was a junior, I started knowing when it was going to come, so I knew how to slow it down for the weekend. So I slow it down by icing the shit out of it. The way it ended with, it reminded me of a few things I won't say. I guess in particular, a certain season of Stranger Things. I won't say exactly what, but just like the way it ended, like that kind of melancholy with the music and the iconography of Gravity Falls and kind of like the goodbyes. It was very nice. I really liked how Dipper and Wendy switched, hats and everything like that. And she gave him the letter, said, "Hey, you mean a lot to me, kid." Because, I think he'd have a chance, He just needs to get it up a little bit. I mean, they're not that
have a chance.
Give it a few years, right? She's 16, you're 13. Or no, she's 15, you're 13?
She's 15, he's 13.
Yeah, dude. When I was a freshman, I got with senior girls. You know what I mean? So I wait like a year. What if he grows like a foot? You know what I mean?
Good for you.
And she said, see you next summer. So.
Yeah. It gives an idea that they can come back, but Stan and Ford wouldn't be there.
Yeah, they're off still fighting the paranormal because it still exists. I like the idea of them going out there and still doing that. One of my favorite arcs of Doctor Who, my favorite sidekick of the Doctor, she basically...
Oh, girl.
She's gorgeous, yeah. But she basically has a death that is coming, but she steps basically outside of time, and she can just be there indefinitely. And she goes and just does what the Doctor's doing, just goes around the universe solving problems and with other people and exploring time. And I just love the idea of her out there still doing what she was doing before. And I love the idea of them going out there and doing that.
Okay.
In terms of it being the finale, I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was emotional.
I'm glad Shane enjoyed it so much. This series has left an impression on myself and my daughters, my family.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you guys have enjoyed our journey here and that you've enjoyed Shane's journey throughout.
Yeah.
We're still going to continue the shorts, which I know we have been late in coming, and they're a little bit untimely in terms of their placement with what we're watching.
But you'll get them. Don't complain.
You still get them, and you still get to see Shane say, like, "What the fuck?" He would have known some things earlier on if he'd watched them.
Yeah.
Or at least been a little more privy to some information. But
okay.
That being said, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad you stuck it out. I'm glad you might watch more than what we have. I'm planning on incorporating some of my artwork into some later shit that we do.
Yeah, we got one.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
It ain't that great, but it's better than his.
That's definitely true. And I'm probably better than 75% of people in the world.
Look at that ego. Just go on.
I'm hyping you up, fool. Your favorite character is Stan and Ford, right?
Yeah, if I had to pick one, it'd be one of the two.
Yeah. I don't know.
I like Bill Cipher, but I think it would be...
Bill's great.
It'd probably be Stanley.
What's great about this
if I had to pick one.
Is all the characters are great. Even the side characters. Even the cops are great.
Seuss.
I love Seuss, and I get so excited when I see him. And his backstory and his emotional thing with his father, that was one of my favorite episodes. Because it's kind of telling about the character. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, he lives with his mom. He hasn't met his dad. They kind of look like they're poor. And he wears this really positive, optimistic kind of... He puts that out there. But there's more to him. You know what I mean? He's like that guy. He always wants to help out his friends. You know what I mean? He's Mr. Fix-It. Although I know there was an episode where he kind of clashed with Dipper, where he was kind of getting in the way. That was the one where we went down the caves and stuff.
Pterodactyl, bro.
Yeah. I really like him. But, Gideon is very enjoyable. He's the man.
Gideon is just an enjoyable character.
Gideon is the man.
He's like a spice.
Yeah.
He's a good soup.
Yeah.
You can have a great soup, or you can have a fucking amazing soup.
Yeah.
And the Gideon is the spice.
Old Bay. Yeah.
Old Bay. Oh my God, I love Old Bay.
Yeah. But no, I just really loved it. I wish I watched this when I was younger, but objectively, it might be one of the best cartoons I've ever watched.
It is one of the most well put together cartoons I've ever seen.
Yeah. So. And, I know there's a difference between better and gooder and greater and gooder. You know what I mean? Gooder. Yeah. I use that word.
It's okay. It's amazing to hear it from you since you're always correcting me on grammar.
I rarely do.
Rarely do?
I rarely try to correct you. I don't want to have a conversation about correcting you.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's just... guys, the biggest thing I could say about this is, and we'll probably make a separate video for this, okay? Let us know what you want to watch, and I know, I want to watch all kinds. I want to watch Lost. I want to watch Chuck. I want to watch
suggestions.
Yeah, I want to watch Primal,
Mighty Ducks, DuckTales.
Yeah,
Generator Rex.
Phineas and Herb.
Phineas and Ferb. Steven Universe.
Yeah,
it's a very big one.
Very
good one. I've watched it with my daughters.
Yeah, I did some research on what matches this, and Phineas and Steven were definitely up
Phineas
there.
and Ferb.
Well, Steven Universe.
Steven Universe.
Yeah, I knew the difference. I was shortcutting them. I said Phineas and Steven. And
I think between the two, we should watch Steven Universe.
And
that's more of an arc.
But I also did see a list where DuckTales was up in this tier.
DuckTales was really good.
Because there's mystery.
I watched that with my daughters. I've
Yeah.
watched Steven Universe with my daughters. They're both extremely good.
Yeah.
I've liked them both.
So
I have not watched Generator Rex, even though I've heard about some great Troy Baker and J.K. Simmons.
Troy Baker.
Yes.
You know, he's big in video games.
Fucking Revolver Ocelot.
Oh yeah,
Revolver Ocelot.
He's in the fifth one though.
Yes.
Not the other ones.
Yes.
But yeah, he's big at Naughty Dog too.
Yeah.
He plays Joel, and you love Joel as soon as you play that game.
If I get to ever play that game, yes.
But something, guys, that matches the tone of this show. I mean, we'll get to
Amphibia.
Yeah, we'll get to the other stuff eventually. But we're talking about
we had to put all of your verdicts in now.
Yeah, guys, we are going to watch the shorts, and we do have more Gravity Falls projects planned. Actually, I'm about done with one. He's seen them. I'm kind of waiting for something on his end, and then you'll be getting those.
Draw something.
So it'll be a weekly thing. So Gravity Falls isn't going away, but the show is over, the main show. So yeah, man, that's it, guys. Loved it.
Thank you. Honestly, truly, thank you for your input, participation, everything you do.
Yeah.
We know. So.
Guys, see ya. Guys, thank you so much for watching Gravity Falls. Thank you for sticking with us this far. Don't go anywhere because we're watching the shorts and more Gravity Falls original content. If you like what we do, like and subscribe. If you haven't already, hit that notification. And if you don't,
you won't.